Meanwhile, new data from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development shows how the homeless crisis is magnified in the Golden State. 30% of the country's homeless population is here in California.
ABC 10's Morgan Reiner covers all things politics. And Morgan, I know you spoke with national leaders on this issue. So why do the numbers look so different?
Chris and Laura, the president of the National Coalition on Homelessness, wants to make it clear that the numbers you are about to hear are likely worse than they are in California and across the country. This point-in-time count doesn't count homeless individuals who are staying with friends or family, living in rural areas, or staying in motels. About 172,000 homeless people live in California. The state had the largest rate of increase in its homeless population in the country at 6.2%.
Heartbreaking, but not a surprise. In fact, I would say from my end, the numbers are actually underestimated.
Dr. Rajni Shankar Brown is the president of the National Homeless Coalition. California accounted for half of all unsheltered people in the country.
In California, we've continued to see compounding issues. Housing is not affordable. It is not accessible for so many. Rent prices have continued to surge, and all while many do not have a fair living wage.
Tom Albanese is an independent homeless consultant who helps cities across the country come up with better homeless plans. He agrees California's housing market is the reason the issue is exacerbated here.
The housing market, the options for them are evaporating. Even if they have a voucher, it's a competition of like musical chairs, and there's fewer chairs than there were before. And folks don't have other solutions like permanent supportive housing at the scale that's needed.
On a national level, homelessness increased by less than 1%.
I think the main takeaway is remarkably through the pandemic, and I would say with bipartisan support, we were able to provide emergency rental assistance and other protective measures that helped keep people safely housed.
Many programs that have since ended. President Biden's administration put out a plan Monday to reduce the homeless population 25% by 2025. Both think it's achievable.
We have more than enough resources in the United States to end homelessness. There's no doubt we are one of the wealthiest nations in the world. What we need is the political will.
Rajni Shankar Brown actually provided the feedback to the Biden administration to help them come up with this new blueprint. Her main concern, and one of the main concerns, what she was actually able to achieve, was making sure that people with lived experiences are in on the decision-making process. People who know what it's like and what needs to be done.
So, Morgan, we know that both agree that the lack of affordable housing is the big issue here in California. Is there anything they see the state is doing right to fix that?
Yeah, Tom Albanese did say that recent laws, like the ones making it easier to build those mother-in-law suites on properties or tenant protection rights, are something other states should follow California's lead on. He believes it will make a difference.